If you want a simple way to increase the versatility of your workbench, adding a T-track is the way to go. I've always been interested in T-tracks and what they were capable of, but I always told myself that I didn't need one. And anything they could do, I could do better. But I gave in, and after only a few days, I am now wondering why I didn't do this earlier. A big reason I finally caved was because of the personalization T-tracks provide. Using varying lengths of track that I bought from Rockler, I was able to build exactly what I was looking for. There are builds where I make dozens of identical cuts, and I wanted to add a stopper to speed up production. So using the miter saw fence as a reference, I drew a line where I wanted the track to run. The track is 3/4 of an inch thick, so I made a mark and repositioned the track to draw the second line. I then removed the miter saw to make space for the router. To make things easy, I lined up the router bit, which was 3/4 of an inch wide, with the track outline. I then marked where the edge of the base would sit. Using those marks, I laid down a straight wood strip. Wow, say that 10 times fast. Straight wood strip, 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 strip. And clamp it down where it was possible. In areas where it wasn't possible to clamp down, I used temporary screws. And with the base pressed against, you guessed it, the straight wood strip, I made my first pass. The track is 3/8 of an inch thick, and that is how far down we will go, but I cannot stress this next point enough. Do not try to do the full depth on the first pass. You can splinter the wood, or worse, the bit could catch and ruin the tool and hurt yourself in the process. So going over it multiple times while slowly increasing the depth is smarter and safer. I then took a 3/4 inch chisel and removed any small pieces that the router left behind. Taking a 3-foot long T-track, I checked the fit and lined up the edge with the end of the table. Once I was happy with the position, I used a 2-foot track as a guide and traced a perpendicular line that needed to be routed out for the intersection. Rockler has this really nice kit that comes with 4 small pieces that, when positioned correctly, create a 4-way intersection, making it possible to move your accessories around the table. I then placed the original track back into the groove and marked where the edge of the table was. Because these tracks are aluminum, which is a soft metal, I was able to cut the mark with my miter saw. Just a heads up, the aluminum will shoot small shards of metal when it's being cut, so glasses are essential. I then took that piece and secured it to the table. Now, I am not entirely sure why my brain works this way, but I ended up measuring the bottom piece of the intersection, cutting it to size, and then instead of securing that piece, I decided to move over to the opposite side of the one I already completed. And if your brain understood why my brain did that, hit the subscribe button, because I need help. Plus, if you were able to say straight wood strip 10 times fast, you should hit the subscribe button, because that means you're pretty cool, because I couldn't do that. Anyways, I ended up going back and securing the piece I previously cut. The last track piece was for the top of the intersection. I moved my attention over to a scrap piece of track that I hung on my wall that will be used to store and organize my track accessories. This way I don't just toss them to the side and eventually lose them, causing me to freak out and take more time in my projects. Now this track assembly took me around 30 minutes to complete, and this is just on one half of my workbench. So if I ended up needing a different layout in the future, I can just simply make it on the other side, giving me complete control on how I want my workshop to flow. But for as of right now, this simple track is going to drastically improve my work speed, and there are dozens of accessories that I have been dying to try out, and now I have a use for them because of this track. If you made it all the way to this point of the video, I just want to say thank you. People like you are the reason I continue to make content, and I love doing it. And so with that, I hope you have a fantastic day. Leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.